viewings already, even though we've only been doing this for a few months. And we did do that again this past summer, so we had in fall, so we had people who had screenings with us in September or October 2020 who were like, hey, I want to do another one. When can I get in there?
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So let's okay. So I got 2 different versions of LOTR,
Mm-hmm.
the Return to Kane,
Yeah.
the extended version, the theatrical version. So would it cost me the same to watch both versions in the private screening room? Or?
We've been saying, so because it would cost a little bit more to watch something that's over 2.5 hours, just because the way we book it is, we book movies in there for up to 2.5 hours, and then we need an hour of turnover time so we can clean the theater and also give it time to air out. We have an air filtration system where you can get completely new air about every 30 minutes in there. But so we want to make sure that the room is fully cleared of the previous movie screening before the second one comes in. So for something like that, normally we'd be able to have, if we were able to have like 2 rentals in that room a night. If you wanted to do something around 3 hours or 3.5 hours, we just give you both slots, because otherwise, one movie would have to start at 5 and then the next one wouldn't be able to start until 10 o'clock or something, which is too late for us with our skeleton crew. So we probably, we charge a double rental rate for something like that.
For sure. How's the air filtration system going? I've read news headlines like a lot of restaurants are trying to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
What's your experience been like with the air filtration system?
It's been good. We had we made some tweaks when we first reopened back in the summer. Had our mechanic guys come out and work on it. We changed a few settings, so yeah, we get total. Again, in our big auditorium where we've only got 50 people, we still managed to get it so now we get total air turnover in there every hour.
That's good. That's a good turnover rate right there.
Yeah, exactly.
What has been some really difficult moments for Music Box Theater throughout the pandemic?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said any of it was not difficult. Part of it's just been the uncertainty of closing down and then not knowing when we were going to be able to reopen, what it's going to look like when we reopen. I think when we first shut down, we thought, oh well, kind of foolishly assumed when we reopened it would be back to business as usual. But of course that was not the case, so we've kept having to make adjustments and tweak our practices, which we honestly do anyway when we're open. When we were open in the before times, in pre-2020, there was a lot of like thinking on the fly and making changes. And then yeah, we kept our front of house staff on as long as we could when we first shut down. We shut down in March middle of March 2020, and we were able to keep our entire floor staff on payroll through the end of May. We were fortunate that we were coming off of several very good years of the theater, so we had a nice little like piggy bank of reserves to pull from. But at the end of May, when it was, we still had no idea when we'd be able to reopen. We were just didn't have enough to keep people on, so we had to let folks go. We provided them with as many resources as we could about, making sure they were eligible for unemployment and able to get that, providing references for people seeking other jobs, and also letting folks know that, when we are able to reopen,